When I was 20 years old, I broke into my mother's house and stole about $20,000 in cash and her checkbook. In 2002, I was arrested for home invasion, burglary, and check fraud, and I went to prison. In 2013, I was wrongfully accused of cashing a bad check. I sold something online. A check was sent to me, and I did not know it was fraudulent. I asked my neighbor to cash it because I did not have a bank account. All of a sudden, people started accusing me of stealing from my neighbor. Another time, I enrolled in college and used the student funds to pay for most of my monsters. I never intended to go to classes because it is really important for me to focus on being King Krimzon.
Well, Nick says he has spent between $60,000 and $70,000 building his image as a murder rapper. Money his wife Melissa says he stole from her. But Nick says he actually got some of the funds by taking out 3 student loans with no intent to ever go to class. His mother-in-law Linda says Nick is never going to make it big and he just needs to grow up, be a man, and support his family.
Nick and his King Krimzon persona have gone on long enough. He needs to stop and get a job.
I am the king.
He thinks it's benign, that it's not really harmful, but it is. I don't think Nick understands how much pressure he puts on Melissa. He's affected his marriage, my daughter, and my grandson.
I am the wicked.
When I first met Nick, I didn't know what to think. I was pretty disappointed when they got married because I didn't think he was a very stable person. When I heard his music, I thought it was stupid.
Story of a teen born with a broken dream.
I didn't like it at all. He refuses to work, and he's trying to get back on disability. When Nick does work, he only works jobs that pay cash because he doesn't want it reported. Nick has so many bills and bad credit. I have paid for their bills more times than I can count. I've purchased diapers and whites for Krimzon. I've also bought gas for Melissa so that she can go to work, and food for them so that they can eat. Over the last year, I've given them more money than I ever thought I would. I tell Nick that he has to grow up, be a man, and support his family. He ignores us for the most part. Melissa should leave Nick if he doesn't straighten out. She's already doing everything with my help anyway. Nick doesn't seem to care about the future. He keeps betting on one day that he's gonna be a big rapper. Nick is never gonna make it big, and he is never gonna be cool.
So you don't have a lot of confidence in his art form?
None whatsoever.
You guys had a big blow up when you got here. Hell, we had to move hotels, move you to a different hotel.
I was not happy. At one point, I told him to grow up. And I believe the last thing that I told him, we had been arguing so much, he took off, and I said, go to bed. And I think after that, he just had a meltdown.
The reason we snapped is Melissa and I raised Krimzon, but you as a grandmother are trying to tell us how to raise our child. Yes, my son always comes first, and I am a great father, but you guys always use my King Krimzon stuff against me.